Hello one and all, this is Hybrid Steel of the Gaming Dads community. Thank you very much for joining me in this video. Today we're going to be talking about this free game that's just hit PSN stores. This is World of Warships Legends. So without further ado, let's get it on, shall we? So the guys over at Wargaming have made another Wargaming game, and this is all naval based. So we're out on our boats paddling along, hoping not to run into very many enemies when there's a barrage of gunfire flying towards me. The only issue with this game is the microtransactions, and I'll get into that first and then we'll talk about the game as a whole. Okay, so this is the inside store of the game itself. This is where the controversy will hit this game inevitably. And apart from that, the game is actually quite solid. So what we'll do is we'll go right to the other side where it says supply, and then we'll go from there. So the supply section is basically your in-game currency that you can buy with doubloons, which is the currency you have to spend if you really want to put money into this game. Now these give you little boosters and bits and pieces within the game as well, which is all good. Then you've got these two ships that are up for sale as well. I guarantee there'll be a few more joining this list, but they are quite expensive for the actual money you're going to be spending. This is the section where you can buy boosters for your experience and all the other stuff that you'll earn in this game. This is the section where you can buy captains and everything else, but these are commander packs. You can't actually do anything with these apart from earn the characters for your ships. So yeah, and this is the doubloon section. This is the one that's going to cause the controversy. So for 1,250 doubloons, I'm looking at £3.49. Then that money goes up to £29.99 for the 10,000 bundle. And then it skips up again where it goes to £52.49 for just 20,500 doubloons. Then for this much, 30,000 is £72.99. And that's not the worst one. This is the worst one. £109 for a free-to-play game to get the most doubloons. That's ridiculous. So aside from the microtransactions of this game, the game itself is actually quite solid. You start off with 3 boats, one from America, one for Japan, and one from the Great Britain. Well, Greatish Britain back then. All the boats are historically correct, all the way down to the details of the rust that is on the sides. All the warships range from the early 1900s all the way up to modern day. So you are looking at quite a wide range of history. This will become, I don't know, it's going to be a little bit more problematic later on in the game when loads of people are using heavy armed ones, and then you got some basic who's just started the game. Unfortunately, that's going to be a learning experience for those people. There are 2 main modes. You can play against the computer with actual real people, or you can go into PvP mode, which basically means you versus another group of people who want to kill you. That's always fun, isn't it? As you level up your boats, you can unlock the next tier of boat. If you've ever played World of Tanks, you'll know exactly how this system works. You reach the top level with one tank and then unlocks the next tank, and it's the very similar thing in this game as well. So as you play through on one boat, get to the end of the experience bar, unlock the next one, and carry on basically, to a point that basically you will just unlock every other boat in the game. Now you can do this 2 ways. You can either grind, which basically means a lot of in-game time playing this, or you can go into the microtransaction side of things, which I've got to be honest, I wouldn't advise either. And the reason why I wouldn't advise it is because it's so damned expensive. I mean, in order to unlock like the highest tier, you need £110. And that's quite a lot of money when you consider this game is completely free and you can buy any deluxe edition of any game for much, much cheaper. I mean, I haven't even spent that much money on Borderlands 3 and I pre-ordered that from Game. So genuinely, I'm not sure what they're thinking when they charge £110 for the highest amount of currency in their game. Now I do get it. Yes, it's a free-to-play game and they're going to have to make some money somewhere. But charging that much money for a high tier? I mean, there are games that do that better for free. Like the most expensive one would be like £32 and you can get the highest amount of money. And you haven't really spent as much as you would on a full-price game. So I'm not sure what they were thinking at this studio, but it's something a little bit screwy. Now, for a free-to-play game, it's fantastic. I've got to be honest, I got myself more addicted to this than I did with playing World of Tanks. I think it's just because it's a boat, and instead of a tank and being like one turret and having to roam across a landscape, with this, it's the open sea. It's like more guns, more destruction, torpedoes. Watch a boat sink to its death down to Davy Jones's locker whilst you're hovering over the top of it, you know, slightly on fire. I think it's got something to do with the fact that it's a slower pace as well. You're not rushed into anything. You're literally taking your time, seeing where the battle's going to go, and then following that line of battle instead of just lone wolfing it and dying at the earliest point. The best part about this game is that you have to team up with people to take out a lot of enemies. If you're one of those people who are going to go off and try and do this on your own, like some people would in World of Tanks, or, you know, it's not going to work much in this game. You have to use team on this because of the amount of like ammo and armor fire that's going to be flying towards you at any given time. Torpedoes, rockets, all the stuff that's going to be killing you is potentially something that could be avoided if you were with a team instead of just trying to go at it alone. Now, when it comes to the actual ways this game works, it's for everybody. It's a very simple pick up and play game. Anybody can pick this up, even including kids. There's no harsh language in the game's dialogue at all because it is literally just war fighting against other boats. Personally though, you may get those weird people that are on the microphone swearing and blinding and everything else, so you might have to turn the mic off or down depending on your sort of like preference of who you're actually gaming with, and obviously who's in the room as well at the same time. So you have to take this into consideration. You may get that angry person on the other end going rah rah rah, and you'll get the rage people and you'll get the people swearing and blinding and all this stuff, but is that really something you want your kids to listen to? Probably not. So aside from the microtransactions and the stuff that I've already gone through, what else can I add for you to try this game out? It's free. That's a big thing. I mean, that's the reason why I can't really say many negative things about it. Apart from sometimes when you run aground on an island, it doesn't really look like you're running aground, you just hit an invisible wall. And apart from that, that's literally majorly the only flaw. People will learn to play this game properly. At the moment, they're just experimenting. What can I do with this and how can I use it? When it gets into a little bit later on and more people have played this game for a little bit longer, they're all going to know to stick with a team, to do certain things, to just follow their lead, basically. And at the end of the day, your gaming experience with this will be slightly better. It's a free-to-play game. You can download it now from PSN stores. And I'm going to be honest, for a free game, the graphics are good. The sound quality is good. The gameplay is so easy to pick up. Anyone can pick up and play this game. And I think when it comes to it, you really want to be playing with a couple of your mates or family members. And the reason why is because you want a little bit of strategy when it comes to going into a fight. You don't just want to follow the leader and hope you're going to get a couple of taps on someone. You want a decent battle. And a decent battle comes from people you play with regularly. And that's a good thing. You're slightly better off in this game as a team instead of just going at it alone. This has been Hybrid Steel of the Gaming Dads community. If you haven't already, don't forget to hit the like, subscribe and notifications button below for all other updates on this channel. And if you look in the description box, there are 2 links. One of them goes to the Gaming Dads website, where you can join the community, you can look into other people's reviews that we've got dotted around, and you can pick up some pretty cool merchandise as well at the same time. Now, if you want to click on the other link, that is to my personal YouTube channel. That is basically where I do reviews like this and I live stream. So if you want to come by, watch me die at various different games, and you're, a little bit strange, then it's all good. I welcome you with open arms into my community. But most of all, don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Definitely keep the notifications button lit. So don't forget, guys, you are legends in game, heroes at home. This has been Hybrid Steel, and until the next one, peace out, have fun, and enjoy everything you guys do. Bye-bye.